Hey guys, I was having a conversation with Lou last week and we were talking about lead conversion and customer service and communication and things like urgency and what he's been seeing over the past 30 days being in the call center. It just got me thinking the importance of how each operation, all the offices, every region of ours is focusing on not only their day-to-day activities, but the three main systems that are going to help each operation reach their benchmarks and propel them forward. There's three main systems in any business. Again, whether it's McDonald's or Mining Mobility, you've heard me all talk about this before. The first main system in our business is lead generation, new clients coming into the business. The second system, very important, is lead conversion. And the third system is client fulfillment. Also with client fulfillment, how well can our company retain the patient, the client? And so while each operation on the left-hand column here, you have, just threw up a couple numbers there, each operation has day-to-day activities. You ask one office manager, they might have 10 day-to-day activities, another might have 16. But as they're doing these day-to-day activities, it can very easily be distracting and cause them to miss the main things that are going on in this second category here, where we have a patient coming into the business, where the operation has to convert that patient and how we need to give that patient that service that they need and retain that. Very important that each operation is aware that by any means necessary, we have to stop the day-to-day operations and make sure that that new client comes into the business, we convert it, and then they're having the service that they need. So I just want to touch base a little bit on lead generation, conversion, and fulfillment. When I think of lead generation, I think of, relatively our cost per lead is about $1,000, give or take, if it's coming from things like digital spend or what we pay our employees to generate new business. We also have referral sources, which could be the contracts that are coming in, but we cannot mistake we cannot mistake that just because we have a contract that they're going to automatically give business. If we have 14 contracts, does not mean that we're getting referrals from these 14 contracts. We actually have to do the work that is going to cause lead generation from these contracts. And lastly, just the concept that lead generation, new clients into our organization is really our lifeline. It's really important that new business comes into our doors on an everyday basis. The second main system is lead conversion. When I think of this, I'm thinking of urgency, how important it is to go visit them on the same day if at all possible. I think of lead conversion can only happen if we have product on the shelf, and sometimes it has to be the specific individual that they're looking for. Whether it's age, sometimes it's ethnicity, whatever it may be, but we have to have that product on the shelf in order to convert that new lead. And we need to start to measure, we talked about this in our last Zoom call, what is our lead conversion percentage or ratio? It's going to be really important to kind of see how we're doing and how we can improve in that area. It'd be great to see over a 95% lead conversion ratio at each operation. That would be excellent. And the last system is client fulfillment. Things that I think about with this main system here is customer service is required, great communication, sometimes over communication, making sure that the client knows what's going on, when they're going to have their caregiver delivered, so on and so forth. I think of the client fulfillment percentage as well. So how well are we with retention? What's our ratio here? What's the percentage of client retention? In the last part of client fulfillment, I think of the reorder business versus the selling business. And this statement basically came from the creator of Paul Mitchell. And Jean Paul, the creator of Paul Mitchell, said that it changed his business model when he was able to actually get the salons, the owners of the salons, to keep his product on reorder. So he didn't have to be in the selling business anymore, and he was in the reorder business. So that's the opportunity that we have here at Mining Mobility. It's the privilege of being a company that can be in the reorder business. A place like McDonald's can't do this. They have to get a sale after sale after sale. And at Mining Mobility, we can take a prospective client who needs us for a long time. And when we give them exactly what they want, they can come back every day, every week of the month, year after year. And this is the reorder business. So this is the business that we're in. We just have to make sure that the client is passing through these three main systems. So Again, I think as we're going through day-to-day activities and we're going through the minutia and compliance and hiring and everything that we need to do, we need to make sure that these three main systems are going through. The patient can go from lead generation to conversion and client fulfillment. And as a team, we need to basically eliminate anything that gets in the way of that. So eliminating any kind of barrier, any restriction, freeing that up, knowing that it's important, it's part of the time management, it's important to the buy-in process from our managers at the operation. It's very important that we actually are focusing on these two main pillars.